Hello and welcome to the channel and to a new model railway build series. So as you can see, the highest shelf in the video was one of my last builds, being a shuttle unit layout on an Ikea floating shelf. And here comes the 2-car DMU into the station, and that is controlled by one of these. So I don't actually control it with a controller, I don't have to do anything, I just turn the plug on and away it goes. And I really enjoy building that, and because it's on a floating shelf, it's out of the way. So I did that last year, and this year, as you can see, I have an empty shelf. So it's time to build something else. But this will not be a shuttle unit, this will be used with a probably Gauge Master combi controller. And what the plan is going to be is to make some sort of engine shed area, but we'll go into that in a later detail in a little bit. So the shelf is just from Ikea. Got this off Facebook Marketplace for £5, I think it was. Really good, quite sturdy. Literally just put it on so you can take it on and off the wall nice and easily, and then you can screw it on to make it tighter. This one is about 6 foot long and just under a foot in depth. So it's exactly the same as this one. So you can see you can fit quite a bit onto the actual shelf. So I'm going to use the same sort of idea as the one above with actually how I'm going to do the layout. So I've marked up where 4 foot is, and this side will then, so I have 4 foot scenic side, and then go about 2 foot, and for the locos to run off, I can change the loco and put a different loco into the yard area. Track plan, I'm thinking of having some sort of bridge. So I've got this bridge here, just needs a bit of weathering and split up the two scenes such. And then Hornby had a sale recently, so I picked up engine shed. Can't remember how much this was. I think I had some Hornby points as well, so it was 120 quid. It's quite nice, the resins are quite hard. And you also got this back bit which goes on the back here. But I'm going to use that as an actual building. Prop it up there because it'll look quite good. Have the engine shed down one end, so you get 2 buildings for the price of one really. And then we've got a few other bits and bobs which I've picked up recently. Went to the Nottingham Heritage Centre, which is part of the Nottingham Great Central Railway. Picked up a few bits, some maintenance people, some greenery bits and bobs, some tracks, bits and bobs. And then I also picked up a really nice loco, weathered by TMC. Really pleased with this. It's got a couple of crew in now as well, so that'll go on there. And then I also picked up fairly recently off an auction site, a very well known one, and this Hornby loco, which has been weathered, real coal, and now has crew fitted. That one's really nicely. And then we've got a few other bits and bobs, and then obviously we've got loads of stuff to add, so loads of stuff to go on. So yeah, so this could be quite a nice project, and I do sort of have a track plan in mind, so let me show you that. This is the plan I have in mind. So on the non-scenic side, so this side, we've got 3 sidings and store locos separated by 1 point and another point. These 2 to fit a loco in. The back one is long enough to fit a loco and a coach. I'll explain why I've got that idea. Then past the bridge, got a point going off, and then we've got like a passing loop area. So this will come round, so a train could come in here with a support coach. So imagine like Tornado with a support coach could come in, park the coach up there, could run around the train, rise coach, come back round and hook up, and then could depart. So that's why that siding needs to be long enough for a loco and a coach. Then coming down here, we've got 3 sidings as such. So you've got the loco shed, 1 lane, you've got this lane, and then obviously you've got this one at the back. But I won't store logos there because that would be part of the passing loop. And then this will just have some sort of, maybe like a wagon in, maybe something like this, something like that. Just put some stock in it just to add a bit more to the scenery, something like that. But that is my plan, and then this allows me to control bit of my stock, actually use it rather than just having it stored really, because I don't really have a layout at the minute, except from my little lads back when he's had track, which we play trains with, but with the big boy toys don't really have much. So this is my plan, and then we'll scenic it all up, and we'll go from there. Just going to show you what I can do. So this is the Howard June for class 33, so it can come off. I've done it so it comes on a bit of an angle, it's not all straight lines. Can come round, and then it could go into the shed, and I could park it up, and then if I wanted to, I could then bring the Dapol loco out. Lovely little locos these are. Or I can then, for example, switch points. Let's do this back point, and then we could have another loco come on to the yard, and then I've got an option. I could park it there, which is quite good, or I could literally park it down the bottom end, but it gives me options. And then obviously I've got two now, space is free at this end for locos to come back and forth, so it's quite a bit of play factors to be able to do, which is quite good. But also having this area here, I can bring a couple of wagons off, like I say, a coach. I've got a couple more options, because I can use that as a passing loop, so it's quite a good option to have. So that's my initial plan. Things will probably change. I've got quite a lot of points. I've got one here, one here, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. I will probably, just to keep costs down, I will probably just use a bit of wire and come out and I can pull them. So I won't be using the hand of God as such, like on this layout up here, which I do. But yeah, hopefully it'll look good. Add the back scene, add some trees, add some road, so I can have some vehicles, and it should look really good. And then got maybe a water tower, some coal area. So yeah, so we've got plenty to do. But this is just the first thoughts, and then hopefully over the next few weeks we'll see it progress, and hopefully it'll turn into something quite nice, and hopefully a bit of detail and something like this, hopefully. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one, and I'll hopefully be able to bring these out every couple of weeks, hopefully. So thanks for now, and hope to see you next one.